Hello everybody, Toast Bomb here today with another Halopedia Toastastica. Today we are going to be talking about slow turn. Now, what is slow turn? Well, slow turn is when your controller is either defective or something messed up in the manufacturing process where the controller on certain angles on the sticks doesn't register 100% turning speed. So you could have a controller where, your right turn in some of the worst cases is like 2/3 of the speed, and you turn really, really slow. And obviously, because in, all first-person shooters, all of that stuff is muscle memory. All of your aiming, a lot of that is all muscle memory. So if your different turning speeds in different directions is inconsistent, that is absolutely not okay and can be a really big problem. Now, the controllers where this shows up the most is in Microsoft wired Xbox 360 controllers. As far as I know, and I've used probably about 6 or 7 wireless controllers, 360 wireless controllers. As far as I know, none of those have slow turn. It seems like they use a different manufacturing process or something. Their machine is a little more accurate, or they're drilling the holes on the gates for the sticks a little bigger or something like that for the wireless controllers, and it seems to never have slow turn. Unless I've just gotten extremely lucky with all my wireless controllers, I'm pretty sure that they are all fine on the slow turn. They are all perfectly no slowed out already, but it's different when you start looking at the wired controllers. The wired controllers are rampant with this problem. You could buy 100 wired controllers, and it's likely that you will still not find a controller that turns the same speed at all angles. It's really, really bad. So how do you fix this if you have a wired controller, or you need to be using a wired controller because you're going to be at some sort of larger LAN event or some sort of tournament or something like that? And the reason you need wired controllers in those situations is because an Xbox can only put out so many wireless signals for the controllers, so many different frequencies. So if you have too many Xboxes in the same room, those frequencies will start mixing with each other and the controllers just won't work. Like, I've been in that situation before, and I've been running around, and then suddenly my guy will just start turning to the left, and I'll like jump off the map because those signals are getting crossed, and I'm not even controlling my character. But anyways, that's the reason you need a wired controller in those situations. But a lot of people, what they do is they find the angles that the turn is really slow, and they'll open up their controller. It's not very hard to open up. It's just a couple different screws that are all visible right from the back, and then you can take it off. Just remember where everything is, so when you put it back together, you can actually fit it all together into one piece. But they do that, and then they sand around the gate, the little hole that your stick pops through. That's called the gate, and they sand out the parts that have the slow turn on that area so that the stick has more throw, so it'll actually register at 100% turning speed. And that is a pretty good way to do it, but if you need a new controller, a really good way to do it is just to straight up buy a no-slow controller from a company. There are a few companies out there that do it, and I recently got a NV Controllers no slow controller, and it's only a couple extra dollars. It's like $63, but then obviously you also have to pay for shipping, so you're probably spending about an extra $15 for it. But if you really need a no slow controller, it's probably worth it. And I've tested it out. I have a video that shows that this thing is legit, and it is no slow. It has no slow turn at all. So if you're looking there, you can definitely get one from one of those companies. And then also there are some third-party controllers that you can buy that do have no slow, but for the most part, those controllers are just not as high quality. Microsoft put a lot of money into making the 360 controller good and durable and just feel really solid and great and high quality, and it is. It's a really, really good controller. And these third-party companies, like, Mad Catz or something like that, or even Razer, while those controllers are good, I've had a Razer Onza, the first edition. I don't know if they've gotten any better since then, but that controller sort of fell apart pretty quickly over the course of like 4 months. It kind of just fell apart. Like, my friend went through like 3 of them in like 6 months, and he wasn't even playing a whole bunch. And the rubber on the sticks would just fall off, and it was bad. So you could go that route, but at least try to do your research a little bit and see if those controllers will last, because the Microsoft controller, before I got this no-slow controller, I was using a wireless controller, and I've had this thing for over a year, and it's still, like, I could still keep using it if I didn't go to a tournament. So these Microsoft controllers are really, really solid, and just again, a warning for the third-party ones. Generally, they're not as good. But anyways, that is what no slow is. There is how to fix it, and some different places you can go to buy controllers that do not have any slow turn, because it's a really, really big deal, because all your aiming is so... It's just muscle memory. Like, all of it is muscle memory. It's kind of crazy how much of your aiming after you play the game enough just turns into muscle memory. And when it's inconsistent, that's just not okay. But anyways, that'll be it for this Halopedia Toastastica. If you like the video, you can leave a like or a comment, or you can subscribe, because I post new Halo videos every day. Anyways, thank you for watching. See you tomorrow. Bye.